You get nyash, you get breast, you get sense, you can't sleep fine, you can't sabi cook normally, you be wife material.
What's up, beautiful family? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Happy Sunday to you all. How is your Sunday going? Today I will be meal prepping lunch and dinner for my husband. Yeah, who else love cooking? Cooking is actually my love language, and I love cooking for the people that I love. I love cooking for the love of my life, and he loves eating it just like I cook it with lots and lots of love. You know what? Let me know in the comment section what your love language is. Let's interact whilst we cook. So we are beginning by cooking the pasta. I'm cooking it with some salt and oil. The oil is just to keep the pasta from sticking up together. And then I have some minced meat, which I chopped some onions and I just added some minced garlic. I'll add a teaspoon of Maggi bouillon and salt, pepper to taste, black pepper precisely, some oregano and rosemary, and then I'm just adding some breadcrumbs, and I'm also adding a tablespoon of flour and also egg. Just the flour and the egg is gonna bind the mincemeat together whilst when we mold it, you get it. And then I'm just gonna mix them up and then create some balls and fry them later. So we cooked our pasta according to instructions and it's done. And I heated some oil and I'm gonna fry my meatballs. Guys, if you've not yet watched my breakfast meal prep ideas I did earlier, kindly find the link above or in the description box. So whilst we are frying our meatballs, on the side we're gonna make our tomato sauce, which I just fried some onions, and then ingoing is the garlic and then ginger, which has been chopped into smaller pieces. I'm gonna allow it to fry for some time, like 1 minute, and then I just added my tomato paste. I'll let it fry for some time and also add some water just to loosen it up a bit. I've also been frying for like a minute, and then I'm adding some diced canned tomatoes. At this point, checking if I need everything in the can, and yes, I need it. And I'm just rinsing it with some water and pour the rest in it. I'm just gonna season it with some salt. Adding some curry powder, some nutmeg powder, some Maggi bouillon, some black pepper, and then some oregano and cayenne pepper just to spice it up a bit. We'll stir it and leave it to cook until it's ready to serve. Now meatballs have finished frying, and then we are frying the second batch. For our side dish, we are going to saute some veggies. I have some ring onions, broccoli, and carrots, which has been pre-cooked just to soften it. And I just added some Maggi bouillon and then salt, and that's it. Don't forget that I actually drained the water out from the pasta once it was done. And our tomato sauce is also ready. So I just poured it into the pasta and I will mix it up. Like, if you're watching me and you've not yet still subscribed, what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on your notification bell, and also drop your comment and like this video if you find it interesting. So guys, I'm dishing out the food in these bowls. I told you in my breakfast video I got it from Amazon, and it comes in 3 compartments. So the meatballs is in one section, the veggies are in one section, and then our pasta is in one section. And ta-da! Our lunch is ready. You know, I've actually come to love meal prepping, even though it's actually stressful getting everything done in just a day, you know, but it also gonna help you in the previous weeks to come, when you have school, you have work, and you have so many things to do. So our next meal is something very simple. It's mashed potatoes with brown sauce, some schnitzel. Schnitzel is actually pig meat like cutlets, which are gonna be fried, and some veggies, you know. This meal is, I would say, is a German meal. Is a whole like package. It's something, one of the meals the Germans love. Kartoffelpüree with Schnitzel, brown sauce und Gemüse. So I just diced my potatoes and then I heated some water and salt, and I'm gonna cook my potatoes. So whilst cooking, I'm also going to cook some cauliflower and carrots with salt, just for about 6 minutes. And then I'm also heating some butter in a pan. So our cutlet, our schnitzel is out, has been washed and dried, and we are gonna pound it. This pounding, you need like a plastic bag to cover the meat before pounding. This pounding is actually gonna soften the meat. You're gonna do it on both sides, and it's gonna soften the meat when you fry it. When you just fry it just like that, you realize that the meat is so hard to chew. So this is how you can get the seasons to penetrate into the meat and also get the meat softened after frying. This is the part where we get to season our meat with some salt. We sprinkle some salt, some black pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, stick seasoning, and some thyme. So after you rub the seasoning on the meat, you rub it with your hands just to get the seasoning like to get into the meat. And we are going to do this process for both sides of the meat. Also, don't forget to heat your butter on low heat because you don't want to burn your butter. You don't want black butter frying your meat. You know, you don't want that burnt taste in your meat. So this is where we turn it over, repeat the process, and then wrap it and fry it.
I never trust another nigga. I say she give me on the nigga. Say she feeling on the nigga. Say she run another nigga. Who's that? Baby, tell me who's that? Look back, baby, make you look back. Move that, where you move that. Touch that, baby, me just wanna touch that. Enter me radar. Now you they mash up the place. Enter me radar. Cause you are what's in me brain. The only special one.
Our meat has been fried for some time. We're gonna flip it over and let the other side also fry for about 5 minutes. Now in a saucepan on the other side of the fire, I just added about 1 cup of whole milk, a pinch of salt, some nutmeg powder, and I'm gonna add like black pepper also, and a quarter size of butter. And I'm going to mix it up with a whisker and let it cook for about just a minute or two. And this is the part where I get to mash my potatoes once it was done. And I also pour the milk mixture into it, and I'm just gonna mix it up with a spatula, and we get our mashed potatoes, you know what I mean. Now our cutlets are done. Let's just get a paper towel to absorb the excess oil. And on the other hand, I'm gonna be making the brown sauce. This is actually Knorr sauce to Braten. It's like you can get it in your grocery shop. It's a brown sauce for the Germans. And I heated some water and I just added 3 tablespoons of the sauce powder. I'm going to whisk it and then leave it on fire for about 4 minutes until it thickens up. Now when it's done, we're gonna dish out our mashed potatoes, our veggies. The veggies was the cauliflower and the carrots we cooked, you remember, and then our meat, and then our brown sauce. So guys, how does this look? It just looks so sumptuous. and I was so tempted to eat it all. But before you refrigerate your food, please make sure to let them cool down before you cover it and then refrigerate it.
It's fake kills.
Original, puffing on me high grade, sipping on me liquor. Girls, them a come, them a.
Now for our dinner, I just try as much as possible to cook 2 different types of food, so that we are not stick up to one type of food like for the whole week. You get it? So this is my second meal. I just made some incisions in the chicken thighs, as you can see, and then I'm just adding 2 tablespoons of Maggi bouillon, and then a tablespoon of salt, some garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, curry, and then some oil. I'm just trying to keep this simple as much as possible with the right spices. And then I'm going to use a plastic bag to mix this all up in the to wrap the spices on the chicken. I didn't want to stain my hand, so you can go ahead and use your hands at home if you want to, but I'm using a plastic bag. And I just added some barbecue sauce, and I'm going to actually rub this, and after cover it up with a plastic bag, and then I'm going to marinate it in the refrigerator for like 20 minutes to 30 minutes before I grill it in the oven. Now in the next pan, we are gonna fry some onions in oil, and I'm also going to add some chicken broth, which I actually freezed and saved from cooking chicken previously. When you cook your chicken, the broth that comes out from the chicken, try and save it. It actually serves for a very good tasting broth in your food. So I just added some potato paste and then some blended tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. I added 2 teaspoons of Maggi bouillon, some black pepper, and some nutmeg, some curry powder, some oregano, and rosemary. Okay, so this is our tomato sauce for jollof rice. I'm actually making jollof rice. So you're gonna cover this and let it cook. Whilst we let it cook, I'm gonna parboil my rice. Okay, you are actually adding hot boiling water to the rice, and let it stay for like 5 minutes before adding it to the sauce. This helps your rice to soften up and helps it to cook faster, because jollof rice can take so long for cooking, and I actually come up with a method that helps me every time. So you can try this at home when you're making jollof rice next time. Cover it up and let it cook. So now I'm just trying to clean a little, and my marinated chicken thighs is done now for 30 minutes, and I'm going to grill it now for about an hour in the oven. So we are checking up on our jollof rice, and you can see it's as simple as it looks. It cooks so faster, and you can see it's almost done. So I'm adding some frozen veggies, and I'm gonna stir it up and cover it to cook for some time. Frozen veggies don't take long to cook, so this whole thing is done already. I'm just gonna have a taste. I should have a taste of what I cook, right? And it tastes awesome. So just as we did previously, we are going to dish it out. These veggies, this broccoli and carrot veggies and onions are actually from the veggies I sauteed in the first cooking, the pasta. so I saved it for the jollof rice. So our chicken is also done grilling, as you can see. Chee! Hey! Now who don't want better wife? Where sabi cook? Who don't want wife material? Where sabi cook? You get nyash, you get red, you also sabi cook. Normally you be wife material. Normally you be wife material. Normally you be full option. So all is done, and this is a view of everything. I'm so proud of myself. I made this happen. So the breakfast video is in the link above or in the description box. Don't forget. Also, give me a thumbs up for a great job. If you love this video, comment down below, share, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. I love you all. Bye. Choose.